Welcome back to Cougar Palace on the campus of Western Nebraska Community College as we get you set for our second girls semifinal of the day. Who will punch their next ticket to take on the Bridgeport Bulldogs into the girls championship tomorrow? Trayton Harmon, happy to have you along as we get you set for this matchup between the Kimball Longhorns and the Morrill Lions, a contest that the Morrill Lions won back on December the 14th at home over this Kimball Longhorn team, 44-20. Once again, excited to have you along. Our fourth of 6 games today on KNEB TV. It should be a good one between a couple of, once again, WTC teams in this Western Trails Conference tournament. Last night, the Kimball Longhorns got a win, 38-25 at number 3 Baird to get to this point. While the Morrill Lions got a 45-43 victory over number 7 Hemingford. Made it a closer contest than the Lions would probably have ever liked it to be as the number 2 seed. And now the Kimball Longhorns here after upsetting number 3 Baird last night. Let's meet the starting lineups first for the visiting Kimball Longhorns. Addie Olson leads things off. The junior, Jaylee Bohach, the freshman in there. Faith Bohach, the sophomore. Josephine Perry, the junior. And Grace Moore, the junior, rounds out the starting 5 for the Kimball Longhorns. For the Morrill Lions, they're the home team as the number 2 seed. Michaela Dykes, the freshman, steps into the starting lineup. Madison Carrizales, the junior in there. Clara Edwards, a freshman. Brooklyn Brown, a senior. And Caitlin Walker, the junior, rounds out the starting 5 for the Morrill Lions. Starting lineups continue to be announced here. If you just missed it, Bridgeport Bulldogs punched their ticket to what they're hoping is their 5th straight Western Trails Conference championship by defeating the Gordon Rushville Mustangs 67-31 in the game prior to this. Once again, happy to have you along as we're just about set for tip-off here between the Longhorns and the Lions. Kimball will wear their road black uniforms with red outlined white numerals, while the Lions will wear their white uniforms with yellow and blue trim with blue numerals outlined in yellow. And just like that, starting lineups have been announced, and it's time for WTC basketball as we get you set for, I should say, as we prepare to see who will get to face the dominant Bridgeport Bulldogs in the championship with a chance to knock off the Bulldogs. Lions will work from left to right, Longhorns from right to left. Bohach will win the tip-off for the Longhorns, and it'll be Grace Moore bringing it into the front court. They'll work it around the horn. Moore has it once again between the rings to the right side. Bounce pass down low. Bohach slips away and uses the glass for an easy 2 to open up scoring. Jaylee Bohach, the first 2 of the contest belong to her. Kimball out in front to a 2-0 lead. Brooklyn Brown, Michaela Dykes, now the left side. In the hands, Claire Edwards. Now Brown back to Edwards. Edwards brings it straight away. Bohach in her face. Dykes back to Edwards. Longhorns bench into it. Got the defense chant going on the far side. Brooklyn Brown, left wing. She'll unheave a 3. Can't knock it down. Rolls over the iron. Dykes trying to track it down. It'll be last touch by Dykes as Addie Olson was toe-for-toe with her. Lions will unveil some full court pressure here. Trying to give the Longhorns some issues. It'll be an inbound to Grace Moore. Working against 2 defenders now. She runs into Brooklyn Brown. Claire Edwards also there. Now Addie Olson has it across the timeline. Addie Olson bounce pass across the lane. Bohach is fouled as she goes up. Caitlin Walker will be called for her first of the contest.
Foul under the basket. Morrill's number 20, Caitlin Walker.
So Jaylee Bohach to the line for the first time. The freshman shooting 44% from this mark this season coming into the tournament. Can't convert the first. Bohach toes the charity stripe once again. Can't convert. Madison Carrizales in there to rip away the rebound for the Morrill Lions. Caitlin Walker into the front court. As in the corner, Michaela Dykes back to the top. Brown kicks back. Michaela Dykes make it. Claire Edwards now has it on the right wing. Bounce pass in the middle of the lane. Moore has it. It's a takeaway for the Kimball Longhorns. Josephine Perry will bring it across the timeline. Left side, Addie Olson, catch and release trifecta, can knock it down, rolls over the iron. Bohach on the rebound, can't get a put back up. Now she will, and she'll use the glass for 2. Jaylee Bohach has all 4 of the Kimball points as they lead at 4-0 over the Lions. Michaela Dykes, now Claire Edwards. Madison Carrizales straight away. Won't use her dribble now. She will. Down to the right elbow. Just inside the arc. Jumper. Knocks it down. Madison Carrizales opens up the Lions scoring. 4-2. Morrill trails. Addie Olson pushes up the floor. Joe Perry, and a travel going to be called on Joe Perry. A turnover for the Longhorns. Claire Edwards will trigger it in from the near side. Brooklyn Brown awaiting. She'll bring it across the timeline. Edwards surveys, bounce pass left to Dykes. Dykes now near side. Edwards has it after it was tipped into the sky on the right wing. Bounce pass down low, trying to find Caitlin Walker. And it's going to be a foul down low. See who the guilty party is for the Longhorns. That'll be Grace Moore picking up her first, it appears. Kimball's first team foul of the contest. That is the case. Madison Carrizales, left side, Brooklyn Brown. And now Brown, a floater, can't get it to go off the inside of the cup. Addie Olson comes away with the rebound. 4-2, Longhorns lead it in this WTC girls semifinal. Chance to play Bridgeport tomorrow. Now down low, can't get it to go. That's Faith Bohach, and Caitlin Walker's working in transition for the Lions. Caitlin Walker on the right wing, going to be fouled. See who the guilty party is. That'll be Joe Perry picking up her first. Kimball's second as a team in this first quarter. Left side, Michaela Dykes. Morrill still on offense in the corner. Madison Carrizales feeds a cutting Dykes. She'll lose the ball, poked away by Kimball. Morrill maintains possession underneath their hoop. Brooklyn Brown will trigger it in with a hoop to her left. Brown surveys, over the top pass. Carrizales has it. Left side, Brooklyn Brown, catch and release three. Can't knock it down, scuffs the side of the iron. And coming down with the rebound is Claire Edwards. Now, Caitlin Walker, long two on the way and knocks it down. Her first points evens us up at 4-piece in this first quarter, about 3 minutes into it. Perry on the far side almost loses it, working against the defense of Brooklyn Brown. Now the ball poked away by Claire Edwards. Kimball will maintain possession. Bring it into the contest to check it in is Addie Olson. Olson feeds Grace Moore, back to Olson. Over the top inside, Bohach has it. Bohach trying to step through, and a jump ball is going to be called, going back to the Morrill side of the floor. Brown saunters up the floor for the Lions. Goes to her left, in the hands, it's Claire Edwards. In the corner, Carrizales back to Brown. Brown, and a foul going to be called on Jaylee Bohach. She'll pick up her first as she bumped Brown as she was passing by. That'll be the third team foul on Kimball in this first quarter. Cheyenne Spohr will check into the contest for Morrill. She'll replace Michaela Dykes, sophomore for freshman. Brooklyn Brown ring it to the left wing, passes to Carrizales down low. Walker, no one near her. Walker spin move, lays it in from the left side with the right hand. 6-4, Morrill has their first lead of the contest. Now in the hands of Perry. Josephine Perry feeds it back. Pumping the brakes is Grace Moore, back to Perry. Down low now, trying to find Bohach. Going to be kicked away by Walker of Morrill. Two new faces into the contest for Kimball. Clarica Hotel and Carson Chesley. Bounce pass off the back for Perry, or check that for Addie Olson. She can't convert. Ball's going to stay with Kimball, however. She threw it into the back of some Morrill defenders. See if Olson tries it again. Bohach has it. In the corner, Olson. Olson going to be called for a travel as she had a defender flying towards her trying to head fake. Back to the Morrill Lions. This ball goes with them leading at 6-5 over the Kimball Longhorns. Both these teams trying to punch their ticket to the WTC Championship tomorrow against Bridgeport. Claire Edwards, bounce pass to Walker at the free throw line. She steps through, can't lay it over the front of the iron. Finally comes away with the rebound, and a jump ball going to be called. Back to Kimball we go. Hotel will check it in. Right side, Olson, head fake, step through move. on the way, uses the glass two. Strong ball batted around, still batted around. Bohach going to come away with it. And now a body block going to be called on the baseline. Looks like Madison Carrizal is going to be called for this one. Check that, they're going to call it on Caitlin Walker as she picks up her second. Addie Olson to inbound it from her baseline. Surveys inside leverage is what Bohach is trying to get. Now Claire Edwards almost came away with the steal. Instead, Moore going to come away with it. Olson feeds down low. Bohach taken away. Caitlin Walker. Now Carrizales has it. Back to Spohr. Now Walker has it as they clean things up in the backcourt. 3:30 to go. Walker right side pass. Brown. Brown surveys. Takes her dribbles. Now she feeds to the top. Walker. Walker free throw line jumper. She's fouled. She's coming to the line for two. Jaylee Bohach picking up her second. So Caitlin Walker steps to the charity stripe. 36% free throw shooter on the year, the junior. Walker's first freebie off to the right.
That's her second. Caitlin Walker at the line for the Lady Lightning.
Jaylee Bohach to the bench, into the contest, Faith Bohach. Walker's second freebie falls through. She's up to 5 in the first quarter. And a timeout on the floor. We will take one with them. Morrill leading at 7-4 over the Kimball Longhorns.
Coverage of the 2025 Western Trails Conference Basketball Tournament on KNEB.TV is brought to you by Reds, Lessard Insurance, Dustin White Irrigation, and by B&C Steel.
Trane Hartman back with you from WNCC. Second of two girls semifinals. As the Kimball Longhorns have it out of the timeout. It'll be Grace Moore bringing it into the front court. Left side pass. Olson catch and release three on the way. Knocks it down from the left wing. Addie Olson, first points of the contest come from beyond the arc. Knots it up 7 apiece. 3 minutes to go in the first. Brown right side pass. Edwards bounce pass. Spohr on the baseline. Spohr back to the top with Brown. Brown gonna step into a three. Off the back of the glass, won't go. A little too strong for the senior. It's going to go out of play. Last touch by Cheyenne Spohr. It'll go to the Longhorns. Michaela Dykes into the contest, takes the place of Caitlin Walker as Addie Olson and Grace Moore wait on the other side of the floor for Kimball. Right side, Hotel has it. Feeds down to Sports, or make that Faith Bohach. Now Chesley trying to dig in on the right block, has it stolen away by Carrizales. Brooklyn Brown has to track it down as the pass was thrown in front of her. She'll pump the brakes at the left wing. Brown kicks out to Dykes. Dykes catch and release three on the way. Won't touch anything but air. And the outstretched hands of Faith Bohach. Grace Moore into the front court, right side. Addie Olson catch and release three on the way. Leaves it short. Going to go out of play. Last touch by Hotel. And Claire Edwards will be able to maintain it after Hotel saves it. So Edwards has it on the right block. Come on the right wing, Brown, left side, Dykes. Now Carrizales. Brown in the corner has it. She'll go over the top of her defender. Kicks from the left elbow to the top. Now Edwards on the right wing. Edwards to the top. It's Brooklyn Brown. Now Carrizales just inside the arc. Back to Brown. Brown catch and release three. Can't knock it down. Ball batted around. And Faith Bohach going to come away with the rebound for the Kimball Longhorns. Hotel right side pass. It's Moore. Grace Moore spins into her defender. Faith Bohach has it down low, trying to feed Chesley at the right elbow. Back to the top, Moore. Moore in the corner. Bohach. And a foul going to be called. Madison Carrizales, it appears, will pick up her first. Morrill picks up their third as a team. And it is Madison Carrizales picking up her first into the contest for Morrill. Caitlin Britton and Caitlin Walker take the place of Madison Carrizales and Claire Edwards. Lyrica Hotel, left side pass. Moore feeds Faith Bohach, feeds into the corner, back to the top, Moore back to the top, Hotel. They'll work it around the horn to Olson. Olson into the corner. Perry, now Hotel. Continue to just work it around. Right side, Hotel into the corner. Perry once again feeds a cutting Hotel. Hotel gets separation from the right block. Can't get it to go. Gets her own rebound. Back to the top. Moore will unheave a three. Can't knock it down. Off to the right. Caitlin Walker going to pull down the rebound. Now it's going to be knocked away. Faith Bohach has it on the right block, and she gets it over the top of Cheyenne Spoor for 2. Faith Bohach, first field goal of the contest. 9-7, Kimball back in front. Brown straight away. Right side, Britton. Bounce pass to Walker inside the lane. Now Spoor, a jumper from the right side. Won't go. Hit the side of the glass. Now Brooklyn Brown has it on a long rebound. Brooklyn Brown left side, Dykes. Dykes back to Brown. They'll play patty cake. Now down to Britton. Britton bounce pass down low to Spoor. Spoor feeds Walker. Walker goes over the top, digging in on the right block. She's fouled. Can't convert the layup, but she's coming to the line for 2. That'll be Addie Olson picking up her first for Kimball. And Caitlin Walker to the line for the second time in this first quarter. First freebie on the way for the junior, knocks it through.
Caitlin Walker at the free throw line for Morrill.
Chance to knot this one up here for Walker. Walker fires straight through. Knotted back up in this one. 25 seconds on the clock. Kimball on offense, shot clock off. Could be final possession. Addie Olson far side to the top, Bohach. Faith Bohach near side, Moore. Moore, cross-court pass to Olson. Olson catch and release, college 3. Won't go off the back of the cup. Bohach feeds it back to Moore. Now in the corner, Hotel. Hotel drives left baseline. Floater won't go. Now rebound. It's going to be a jump ball as Michaela Dykes gets tied up. 4 seconds on the clock after the jump ball. Morrill working for last shot here. 4 seconds to get down the floor. Walker inbounds it to Brown. Brown quickly will just pump the brakes and let the first quarter come to a close. At the end of one, Morrill and Kimball knotted up 1 apiece here on KNEB TV. We're back for the second quarter after this.
Coverage of the 2025 Western Trails Conference Basketball Tournament on KNEB.TV is brought to you by Morrill County Community Hospital, A. Elliott Law, Papa Murphy's, and by Wesco.
From Renewal by Anderson a great investment? You're darn right they are. Did you know that for less than your cable bill or cell phone bill each month, you could have new windows from Renewal by Anderson right now? Do the math. Renewal by Anderson windows will likely cut your energy bills significantly. They will likely substantially increase the value of your home. They're a great investment. Please contact our team now and ask about our fantastic financing options with approved credit right now. Renewal by Anderson, a great investment? You're darn right.
Trey Harmon back with you for the second quarter between the Morrill Lions and the Kimball Longhorns. All knotted up 9 apiece as we enter the second. Addie Olson will trigger it in from the near side to begin the second quarter.
We're tied at 9. Here to begin the second quarter.
It'll be Grace Moore bringing it into the front court for the Kimball Longhorns. Right side pass. It's Hotel. Hotel down into the corner. She fed to Perry, and that ball is going to be intercepted on the pass from Perry as Walker intercepts it. Kaylin Walker trying to go coast to coast. Over the top of her defender, can't get it to go. Rebounded by Perry as the Longhorns back to offense. In the corner, Perry to the top. It's going to be Moore driving down the right side. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by Michaela Dykes. Kaylin Walker down the near side. She'll go down towards the corner, now to the baseline, trying to get past Bohach. She will, and she lays it off the glass for 2. Caitlin Walker up to 9 in the first half. Breaks the tie, 11-9 the score. Morrill in front. Clarica Hotel on the right side. Feeds inside, Faith Bohach. On the pass from Perry, back out to Perry. Bohach will make that. Perry loses it. Walker going to come away with it, and it's going to be a jump ball called going to the Morrill side of the floor.
Jump ball. We'll go to the Lady Longhorns.
Emmeline Tabor into the contest for the Kimball Longhorns. Claire Edwards into the front court for Morrill. She'll pass right to Brooklyn Brown. Back to Walker at the free throw line. She can't convert her jumper, ripped out of the sky by Addie Olson. Hotel, middle of the lane, kicks it back out to the top. Addie Olson, back to Moore. Moore looking in, ball extended over her head, back to the top. Olson, free throw line, Hotel. Hotel going to be called for a travel at the free throw line. So Morrill back to offense. Claire Edwards will bring it into the front court. Left side, Caitlin Britton. Kayla Walker, middle of the lane, throws it off the front of the iron, rebounded after it was tipped around by Grace Moore. Moore, right side pass, it's Tabor. Tabor inside to Bo Hotch, now on the left side. Olson lays it in with the left hand for an easy 2. Addie Olson up to 5. Right side pass, Michaela Dykes. Now left side, Caitlin Walker. As Madison Carrizales heaves a 3 and she knocks it through on a liner. Madison Carrizales gives Morrill the 14-11 lead. 5:30 on the clock in the second. Right side, Addie Olson. Over the top pass to Jaylee Bohotch. Bohotch trying to dig in. 3 defenders collapse on her. And Madison Carrizales is going to pick up her second. That'll be the first for Morrill in this second quarter. Brooklyn Brown and Emma Hayward into the contest for Morrill. Replace Carrizales and Britton. Addie Olson will trigger it in from underneath their own hoop. Surveys the floor over the top to Faith Bohotch. Her quick jumper won't go. Batted around on the floor, and coming away with it is Emma Hayward for the rebound on a bounce for Morrill. Caitlin Walker, left side pass. Brooklyn Brown, near side to Michaela Dykes. She'll catch and release a 3. She knocks it down from the right wing. Michaela Dykes, and the crowd goes wild. First 3 of the contest. 17-11, Morrill on top. Addie Olson, Euro step move, blocked away. Back to the top, Grace Moore, 3 on the way. Misses everything but the pine. Now Bohotch knocks it back into play off of a Morrill Lion. It'll stay with Kimball underneath their own hoop. That'll be Josephine Perry and Clarica Hotel into the contest, replacing Faith Bohotch and Tabor. Faith Bohotch has that batted away to make that Jaylee Bohotch the pass intended. Batted away, Morrill gets a steal. Dykes crosses the timeline, bounce pass to Brown to bring it up the floor. Caitlin Walker down the right side of the lane, almost lost it, feeds back out to Edwards. Edwards drives baseline, feeds inside to Caitlin Walker, going to be a turnover as Grace Moore comes away with it. Moore right side, now near side, Perry. Perry surveys over the top pass, Jaylee Bohotch at the left elbow, and a foul going to be called. Looks like Brooklyn Brown will be guilty. First foul of the contest for Brooklyn Brown. That is the case. They pick up their second of the quarter. Caitlin Britton into the contest, takes the place of Claire Edwards. Perry will trigger it in on the Kimball baseline. Surveys, Grace Moore has it. Catch and release 3 on the way from the corner. Can't bank it in, rebounded by Caitlin Walker for Morrill. 17-11, Morrill returns to offense, 4 minutes to play in the second. Walker, kick out to Britton. Britton, jumper, won't go, swirls out of the iron, and a jump ball. Going to be called down low between a Lion and a Longhorn. Possession arrow pointing in favor of the Longhorns. Madison Carrizales into the contest, takes the place of Emma Hayward, junior for junior swap. Addie Olson will bring it into the front court for the Kimball Longhorns on this offensive possession, surveying the floor. Olson, little flop pass to Jaylee Bohotch, and a jump ball going to be called back to the Morrill side of the floor we go as Bohotch gets tied up with Brooklyn Brown to force the jump ball. Britton on the left wing extended, uses her dribble and picks it up. Back to Brown. Brown loses it. Perry's going to come away with it for Kimball. Josephine Perry trying to go coast to coast, pops it into the sky, off the glass and through. Josephine Perry on an arcing layup gets it to go. 17-13 and a timeout on the floor. Full timeout for the Morrill Lions. We step aside, them leading at 17-13 over the Kimball Longhorns.
Western Trails Conference Basketball Tournament on KNEB.TV is brought to you by WNCC, Brindle's Restaurant, Travis Hawk Shelter Insurance, Bunkhouse Trailer Sales, and by Allo.
Platte Valley Bank can help keep your finances moving forward with checking account options to fit your lifestyle and an online account chooser to make finding the right account easy. Control your financial future with helpful budgeting tools and automatic savings plans. Now is the time to enjoy the ride with Platte Valley Bank. You belong here.
Trey Harmon back with you. Morrill timeout by head coach Alicia Hawkins, with her Lions leading it by 4, frustrated with what she saw, trying to clean things up on the far side. Morrill will have it after the timeout. Caitlin Walker to trigger it in on the far side. Brooklyn Brown into the front court. Claire Edwards will check in at the next break for the Lions. Brooklyn Brown trying to get away, and a foul going to be called on Josephine Perry. She picks up her second, first of Kimball in this second quarter. Claire Edwards will check into the contest. Caitlin Britton to the bench. Brooklyn Brown will bring it to straightaway. Out to the top, now back to her right. Gets a screen from Walker, picks up her dribble, trying to feed Walker. Bohach pops it back to Dykes. Down low. It's Edwards. Back to Walker. Walker can't get it to go. And a push going to be called in the middle of the lane. Caitlin Walker coming back to the line for 2. That'll be Addie Olsen's second of the contest. Kimball's second as a team. Brooklyn Brown over the top to Madison Carrizales. Right side, Brooklyn Brown, catch and release 3. Can't knock it down. Hits the side of the iron. Rebounded by Jaylee Bohach. She'll bring it across the timeline for the Longhorns. Kicks out right side Moore. Now left side Perry. Perry over the top, Hottel. Hottel trying to dig in, kicks it back to Perry. Perry resets the offense with Moore. Bohach, right elbow. Digging in, down the right side of the lane. She'll go over the top of defenders and off the glass for 2. Goes Jaylee Bohach. 17-15. Kimball chipping away at the Morrill lead. Now just 2 for the Lions. And a foul going to be called on Josephine Perry. She picks up her third, playing defense against Brooklyn Brown. Third team foul for the Longhorns. Faith Bohach will check into the contest and take Perry's place. Brooklyn Brown sets up the offense. Directs traffic with left, now dribbling with her left. Left wing, driving down the left side. She'll drive inside, blocked away by Addie Olsen. Now Brooklyn Brown has it again. Brown getting tied up with defenders. Addie Olsen. Let's see what they're going to call down here. It's going to be going the other way. They're going to call an offensive foul on Brooklyn Brown, I believe. Nope, it's going to be a jump ball. Couldn't see the signal. (17-15). Kimball back to offense. Grace Moore across the timeline for the Longhorns. Left side, Hottel. Hottel surveys back to the top. Right side, Addie Olsen. Addie Olsen gets away from her defender, runs into Caitlin Walker. Going to get it to go through, however. Ashley lofted it up. Addie Olsen up to 7 in the contest. Knots back up, 17 apiece. Brooklyn Brown to the left wing. Gets a screen from Walker, over the top pass now to Walker at the free throw line. Walker down the right side, going to have it stripped away by Hottel. Now going to be poked away by Walker. Walker tracks it down as the Wolf. Caitlin Walker down the right side, loses it off of her foot. Last touch by a Longhorn on the floor as it went off of one of their feet. Tabor into the contest, replaces Addie Olsen. Morrill will go 2 stacked at each elbow. Michaela Dykes will trigger it in. Surveys the floor. Over the top, Caitlin Walker in the middle of the lane. Now the left side. Goes over the top. Can't get it to go off the back of the cup. Jaylee Bohach comes away with the rebound. About 1:30 to play in this first half. Bohach left pass to Moore. Moore surveys. Moore almost has it taken away by Brown. Now the ball will go into the scorer's table and into my lap. Ball back in play. Claire Edwards will trigger it in for the Morrill Lions. Cheyenne Spoor into the contest. For Morrill, Caitlin Walker to the bench. Brown bounce pass to Edwards. Edwards down to the right elbow. Feeds down low to Carrizales. Throws it out of play. Last touch by a Longhorn as it was blocked away. 1:03 to play. 17-17 the score. Addie Olson back into the contest for Kimball. Will take the place of Tabor. Also in the contest for Kimball is Gianna Solis. Over the top, Madison Carrizales. Carrizales right side, Brown. Brown trying to get separation and off, and it's going to be a travel called on Brooklyn Brown as the Lions turn it over. 57 seconds on the clock. Kimball back to offense. Grace Moore between the rings, left side pass in the hands of Solis. Solis back to the top, Moore. At the free throw line, Jaylee Bohach. See what the foul call is going to be. It is going to be a foul. See who it's against for the Morrill Lions.
Foul on Morrill, number 13.
I'm going to call that on Claire Edwards as she picks up her first. Morrill up to 3 team fouls. And now Jaylee Bohach at the line for the Longhorns. Fires the first, can't knock it down to the right. Bohach, the freshman, 44% free throw shooter coming into this one. Leads the team in scoring, 10 and almost 11 a game. Knocks down the second. 45 seconds on the clock. Kimball will get another opportunity. Brown pushes up the floor, intended for Carrizales, and it finds her after it was tipped. Edwards in the corner. Feeds back to the top, Brown. Brown now driving down the right side of the lane, kicks out to Dykes. Dykes in the corner. Back to the top to reset things with Edwards. Edwards flips it to Brown. Brown brings it straight away. 25 seconds on the game clock, 14 on the shot clock. Brown to the right elbow, picks up her dribble, trying to get separation. Now Dykes has it right wing. 6 seconds on the shot clock. 5 seconds on the shot clock, and a foul as Brooklyn Brown's going to be fouled by Deanna Solis. Solis will pick up her first. 4th team foul of the quarter for the Longhorns. 13 seconds on the clock, and the shot clock will reset on the foul.
It's on number 5 for Kimball. Deanna Solis. Her first. Morrill's ball.
Madison Carrizales will trigger it in. Shot clock off now. Morrill playing for last shot in this first half. Brown to the right elbow, kicks out to Carrizales. 5 seconds. Edwards straight away will have to heave it up, and she can't get it to go off the back of the glass. Bohach now has it, will not be able to get a shot off as the first half comes to a close with the Morrill Lions trailing the Kimball Longhorns 18-17 as we head to the halftime break here on KNEB TV.
Western Trails Conference Basketball Tournament on KNEB.TV is brought to you by Legacy Co-op, Western Nebraska Regional Airport, Midwest Auto Used Parts, and by Team Auto Center.
This isn't just a beautiful hospital. It's the home to exceptional patient care. This is where specialty clinics meet your needs. This is where a friendly smile, a warm hand, and an empathetic ear exist to care for you. This is us. Box Butte General Hospital. Great things are happening here.
Changing leaf colors means yard work. Your friends at Tri-City Stormwater wants to remind you of the proper way to dispose of fallen leaves. Leaves make great mulch for trees and bushes and compost for future gardens. The city also has yard waste bins, so they can dispose of all your leaves at the city compost facility. Always keep your leaves out of the gutters. Not only do they cause clogging and flooding, they can pollute our waterways by causing nutrient overload. So keep your yard looking good and your drinking water safe, because it's our water, our responsibility.
Life is crazy. Pain is stressful. How can anybody concentrate with these busy schedules? Now you can. This is Ben Moravec coming to you from Hydrozen, a float therapy business right here in Scottsbluff. I'm here today to let you know we now have memberships for $49 monthly. You can guarantee yourself at least one float per month. You know how floating keeps your muscles relaxed, your joints relieved, and your brain clear to think? Now you can float at a reduced rate each month. Inquire today at hydrozenfloat.com or call us at 308-63-FLOAT. Hydrozen. Unplug and recharge.
Are new windows from Renewal by Andersen a great investment? You're darn right they are. Did you know that for less than your cable bill or cell phone bill each month, you could have new windows from Renewal by Andersen right now? Do the math. Renewal by Andersen windows will likely cut your energy bills significantly. They will likely substantially increase the value of your home. They're a great investment. Please contact our team now and ask about our fantastic financing options with approved credit right now. Renewal by Andersen, a great investment? You're darn right.
You deserve to have a building that will last for generations. With more than 110 years of experience and thousands of satisfied customers, Morton Buildings is the industry leader you can trust. If you're planning for a garage, farm shop, horse barn, storage building for your RV, boat, or collectibles, there's no better time to buy. Contact your local Morton sales office or visit mortonbuildings.com to get started today.
Fly United Airlines, operated by SkyWest with Western Nebraska Regional Airport. United is dedicated to going the extra mile for you with daily flights to and from Denver, along with a commitment to excellent service. Reserve your flight today, and remember, United miles can be earned and redeemed with your flights. While at the airport, stop and enjoy authentic Italian food at Roma Italian Restaurant. Plus, Hertz Thrifty Car Rental is there for your car rental needs. Make life easier, relax, and get on board with Western Nebraska Regional Airport.
Welcome to Kelly's Liquor, your liquor cabinet. Whether you're a wine enthusiast, a whiskey sommelier, a tequila connoisseur, or you just love your beer, Kelly's has the best selection of what you're looking for. Family owned and operated since 1946 and right on 27th Street in Scottsbluff. Come see us today at Kelly's Liquor, your liquor cabinet. And remember to be a good neighbor. Don't drink and drive. Kelly's Liquor, West 27th Street in Scottsbluff.
Trey Harmon back with you at the half with the Kimball Longhorns leading the Morrill Lions 18-17. Let's take a look at some first half numbers. First for the Morrill Lions. Morrill currently being led by the junior Caitlin Walker, 9 points in that first half. 5 of those coming, make that 7 of those coming back in the first quarter. Madison Carrizales has 5, Michaela Dykes has 3 to round out scoring for the Lions in that first half. For the Kimball Longhorns, 7 from Addie Olson and Jaylee Bohach, 2 apiece from Faith Bohach and Josephine Perry as they lead it over the Lions. Currently, one of these teams looking to punch their ticket to a WTC championship game tomorrow against the 4-time defending champion Bridgeport Bulldogs. Just ahead in our action today, it'll be our first boys semifinal, the number 1 Kimball Longhorns taking on the number 5 Mitchell Tigers, who won last night 66-39 at number 4 Hemingford. After that, it's the number 2 Bridgeport Bulldogs and the number 3 Morrill Lions facing off. Bridgeport winning big over Baird last night to get to this point, and the Morrill Lions winning over Gordon Rushville 43-32. But as it stands at the half of this one, Kimball leads it 18-17 over the Morrill Lions at the half in this WTC girls semifinal.
Western Trails Conference Basketball Tournament on KNEB.TV is brought to you by Reds, Lessard Insurance, Dustin White Irrigation, and by B&C Steel.
Better sleep and better health can be found at Western Sleep Medicine in Gering. Since 2006, Western Sleep Medicine has offered the lowest cost sleep testing either in their independent sleep laboratory or the privacy of your own home. You have control over your health care and your out-of-pocket cost. All insurance is accepted for a much lower cost than the regional option. If you need a sleep study, ask for Western Sleep Medicine. They've helped thousands of people over the years and want to help you. Western Sleep Medicine. Better sleep, better health.
But yeah, I love working on the grill. I'll flip my burgers and season them. I press them again. It's just really satisfying seeing how beautiful they turn out. Quite honestly, when I'm on the grill, we should really be charging double with the quality and love that I put into them.
Are you tired of being tired? Sweet Dream Sleep in Gering is ready to help you wake up feeling refreshed. Dr. Brittany Meyer provides consultation for both children and adults to identify sleep disorders such as sleep apnea, insomnia, periodic limb movement, and more. Dr. Meyer and her nurse practitioner manage treatment with follow-ups using in-person office visits and telemedicine to navigate insurance requirements. No referral is necessary. Sweet Dream Sleep Services. Better sleep, better health.
I imagined retirement in a place where we could enjoy our golden years, where adventure and friendship are the only items on the schedule. The Garden Homes at Northfield gives us the luxury we planned for and peace of mind when it comes to convenience, safety, and comfort. We never have to stop and think about the day-to-day upkeep. We love to explore abroad, but most importantly in our backyard. So much to do, so much to see. Here at Northfield, we get the protection of life care, incredible tax benefits, and secured rates for aging services. It's peaceful, knowing that if our needs change, we'll be taken care of. And most importantly, that our kids will never have to make any tough decisions. There never seemed to be enough time to do all the things we wanted. Now we get to focus our energy on enjoying what this community has to offer. At the Garden Homes, life is ours again. A place we had dreamed about. A chance to focus on us.
Trey Harmon back with you as we get you set for the second half of action in this WTC semifinal. Morrill Lions will have it out of the halftime break, now working from right to left. Kimball working from left to right. Claire Edwards will bring it into the front court for Morrill to begin this second half. Left wing is where she has it. Brings it back to straightaway where she'll pass it to Dykes. Now back to the left to Brown. Brown looks inside. Back into the corner. Madison Carrizales drives baseline, pumps the brakes, gives it out to Walker. Walker almost lost it, gets back on top of it, trying to find an outlet, can't find one, and Grace Moore takes it away. Kimball leads it by one as they return to their first offensive possession of the second half. Left side, Addie Olson surveys the floor back to the top, Moore. Moore working against Brown. To the right side, Addie Olson popped into the sky. Edwards can't corral it, so Kimball will check it in from the sideline. Addie Olson will trigger it in. To the top she goes with Grace Moore. She'll take it down to the left wing. Olson down low. Check that's going to be in the hands of Bohonch as it's a skip pass. Now down low. Perry has it. Step through move. Going to be a foul call down low. Looks like Madison Carrizales is going to pick it up. That is the case. That's her third. First foul of the second half for the Lions. Down low. Jaylee Bohonch has it. Step through move. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by Caitlin Walker. As the Lions return to offense, working quickly. Walker down the right side, almost lost it. Instead, she lays it off the glass for two. Caitlin Walker opens up the second half of scoring. 19-18, Lions back in front. Moore working against Brown, picks up her dribble, and Brown collapses on defense. Moore looking for an outlet, gets it to Bohach at the tip of the arc. Bohach going to break free from Brown. Now a 3 on the way from Grace Moore. Can't knock it down, spit out in the hands of Bohach. Put back on the way, rolls it over the front of the iron. And Bohach adds to her total. 9 points for Jaylee Bohach. Her first 2 of the second half give Kimball the lead back, 20-19. Claire Edwards left wing into the corner. Carrizales inside Walker. Walker gets it to fall after hitting the inside of the iron. Walker has the first 4 for the Lions in this contest. And now a stoppage of play on the other end for an injury. Madison Carrizales comes back to her feet. And she'll walk off the floor. Looks like she may have just got tripped up in transition, and Caitlin Spoor, or Cheyenne Spoor, takes her place.
Checking into the game for Morrill, Cheyenne Spoor.
Kimball has it on offense, trailing by 1. Left side, Perry. Perry back in her hands. Over the top, trying to find Faith Bohach, intercepted. Caitlin Walker trying to go the other way. Do it all right now for the Morrill Lions. Walker, right elbow, ball poked away. And it's going to be a foul called on that pass. See who that goes against. Looks like Grace Moore. That is the case, that she picks up her second.
Kimball's number 24, Grace Moore. That's her second into the game for the Lady Longhorns, Clarica Hotel.
Clarica Hotel into the contest for Kimball, replaces Perry. Michaela Dykes catch and release 3 on the way. Can't knock it down. Rebounded. Caitlin Walker can't go back up. Spoor now on a jumper. Can't get that to go. And Addie Olsen going to come away with it. And trying to force the jump ball. Addie Olsen breaks away, however. Brings it in to the Kimball side of the floor. Left side, Moore. Moore directs traffic. Back to the top. Clarica Hotel to the top. Olsen overshoots her target. It's going to go out of play. A turnover for the Longhorns. The Lions get it back. Morrill leads by 1, 21-20, as Brown across the midcourt stripe. Right side, Michaela Dykes surveys down low, nothing there. Back to Brown near side. Edwards on the left wing. Cross-court pass to Dykes. Dykes down low to Walker. Walker trying to dig in, loses it. Brown able to corral it on the left wing. Right side, Dykes. Now Walker in the corner. Back to the top, Brown. Brown to Edwards. Right side, Michaela Dykes. Dishes down low, Walker. Walker has to put a shot up, rolls over the iron, and a jump ball going to be called. It's going to go back to the Kimball side of the floor as Claire Edwards got tied up with, I believe, Hotel. 21-20, the advantage still in favor of the Morrill Lions. Right side, Clarica Hotel. Back in the hands of Hotel. Hotel jumper from the right elbow. It'll fall off. Rebounded by Bohach. Bohach uses the glass for 2. Jaylee Bohach up to 11 in the contest. 22-21, Kimball back in front by 1. Right side, Michaela Dykes, back top, Brown. Brown, college 3 on the way. Can't knock it down off the inside of the cup. Bohach rebounds at the free throw line for Kimball. Chance for Kimball to extend their lead. Hotel, right wing. Batted away, Claire Edwards comes away with the steal, trying to go coast to coast. Moore collapsing, uses the glass. Claire Edwards go coast to coast for her first points of the contest. 23-22. Morrill back in front. Timeout on the floor by Kimball head coach Jacqueline Burks. We step aside. Morrill leading it 23-22.
Western Trails Conference Basketball Tournament on KNEB.TV is brought to you by Morrill County Community Hospital, A. Elliott Law, Papa Murphy's, and by Wesco.
You deserve
Deserve the very best. At Morrill County Community Hospital, they provide top-notch care with compassion and expertise. From routine checkups to advanced surgeries, their dedicated team is here for you 24/7. With state-of-the-art technology and a patient-first approach, they ensure you and your loved ones receive the highest quality care. Because at Morrill County Community Hospital, your health is their priority. Visit Morrill County Community Hospital today in Bridgeport. Morrill County Community Hospital. Exceptional care right here at home.
Trey Harmon back with you after the timeout by Kimball head coach Jacqueline Burks. And the Lions will have the ball. Check that, the Kimball Longhorns will have the ball. 23-22, the Lion advantage as Kimball returns to offense. Addie Olson will check it in to Grace Moore. Left side pass, Hotel, bounce pass. Jaylee Bohotch at the left elbow, ball batted around. Faith Bohotch comes away with it. Moore right side pass to Olson. Olson has it poked away. Claire Edwards once again with the steal, trying to go coast to coast. She'll pump the brakes at the left wing. Feed back, Brooklyn Brown, trifecta. Can't knock it down off the back of the cup. Faith Bohotch comes away with the rebound for Kimball on the right block. Ball poked away, Claire Edwards. Pickpocket the last couple of possessions. Left side of the lane, trying to feed it across, kicked away. Going to stay with the Lions on the kick by the Kimball Longhorns. Good sight for Morrill fans. Madison Carrizal is back into the contest. She'll take the place of Cheyenne Spoor. Brooklyn Brown back to Claire Edwards. Bounce pass to Walker, back to Brown. Over the top pass, Dykes just inside the arc, two, won't get it to go. Batted back into play, and Hotel tracks it down. And now a jump ball going to be called. Going to stay with the Morrill Lions. Michaela Dykes will trigger it in. Morrill stacks three on the left side of the lane, one on the right. It's Brown, bounce pass into Walker. Walker gets a steal from Carrizales, can't convert. Jaylee Bohotch rips down the rebound with one hand. Bohotch, left side pass, Moore showing off the handles. Now ball stolen away, Brooklyn Brown takes it away from Grace Moore. Addie Olson trying to go step for step. Brown lays it off the right side of the, making the left side of the glass for two. Brooklyn Brown's first points come here in the third quarter, extends the Morrill lead to 3, 25-22. Ball is going to be lost, goes out of play, going to stay with Kimball as it was last touched by a Lion. Clarissa Hotel back into the contest, check that. That's going to be Dakota Nunley into the contest for Kimball, replaces Grace Moore. Jaylee Bohotch and Brooklyn Brown are going to be called for a foul for colliding with Bohotch going for that ball. So Brooklyn Brown picks up her second Morrill foul of the third quarter. Addie Olson will trigger it in, gets it to Faith Bohotch, back to the top. Hotel now in the corner. Addie Olson, trifecta on the way, can't knock it down. Caitlin Walker rips down the rebound, and Faith Bohotch going to be called for the foul for pushing Walker in the back as she went up for it. Second foul of the quarter on the Longhorns.
Foul's on number 21 for Kimball. That's Faith Bohotch. That's her first. Team second.
25-22, 1:20 to go in this third quarter. Claire Edwards, left wing pass trying to feed Walker at the free throw line. Bohotch trying to sniff it out, almost does, but Brown comes away with it. Brown down the middle of the lane, going to be a timeout on the floor. Head coach Alicia Hawkins wants it. 30-second timeout, we step aside. We're back right after this on KNEB TV.
Western Trails Conference Basketball Tournament on KNEB.TV is brought to you by WNCC, Brindle's Restaurant, Travis Hawk Shelter Insurance, Bunkhouse Trailer Sales, and by Aloe.
30-second timeout on the floor for Morrill head coach Alicia Hawkins as the Lions maintain possession, and will check it in on the far side of the Madison Carrizales. 25-22 is the Morrill lead out of the timeout. Brooklyn Brown to the right wing, feeds down to Michaela Dykes in the corner. They'll work it back up to Brown near side Edwards. Edwards, Carrizales back to Edwards, in and out of her hands, able to scoop it up, feed back to Brown. Brown down the left side, kick out Carrizales, her liner won't go off the side of the glass. Now Bohach going to come away with the rebound, and a jump ball going to be called. Going to go back to the Kimball side of the floor. 25-22, Morrill leads by 3. Addie Olson will trigger it into Grace Moore. Grace Moore to the right side. Addie Olson has it in her hands. Surveys from the right wing back to Moore. Into the corner on a skip pass to Faith Bohach to Addie Olson. Olson to the top. Moore left side, Hattel. Hattel, football pass, kick out to Olson, and she knocks it down. Nice ball movement for the Longhorns. Gets it to Bohach, who kicks it out to Olson to knock down the 3. She's up to 10 in the contest. Knocks us up 25 apiece. Madison Carrizales, left wing Brown, head fake. Dishes to Dykes. Dykes inside the arc jumper. Can't knock it down, rattles the iron. Caitlin Walker comes away with the rebound. Now Dykes has it. Brown left side, runs into a crowd of defenders, and it's going to be a body block called on the Longhorns. 2 defenders hit the floor. See who they're going to call this on. It's either Addie Olson or Faith Bohach. They're going to give it to Addie Olson. She picks up her 3rd. 13th foul in the quarter for the Longhorns. Michaela Dykes surveys from the baseline, bounce pass into Walker. Walker digs in, and Addie Olson quickly going to pick up another. That'll make it 4 team fouls for the Longhorns. Addie Olson now up to 4 fouls.
That foul was on Addie Olson. Her 4th, Caitlin Walker.
So Caitlin Walker steps to the line. Chance to give Morrill the outright lead once again. 2 freebies on the way. Perry will check in at the next break after this free throw. Walker knocks it down. Addie Olson to the sideline. Josephine Perry takes her place. 1:07 here to go in the 3rd quarter. Caitlin Walker toes the charity stripe once again. Fires with the right hand. Off the front of the iron. Tracks down her own rebound, however. And a foul going to be called on Kimball. Perry to make that Hattel going to pick this one up. And now we're in the bonus on the Morrill side of the floor.
This foul is charged to number 22, Claire Hattel. That's her 1st. Walker back to the line.
Caitlin Walker's 1st of 2 on the way. Knocks it down. In a game that's been back and forth. Chance for Caitlin Walker to make a difference at the charity stripe. Walker 2nd on the way with the right hand. Knocks down both. 28-25. Morrill stretches their lead to 3 at the free throw line. All courtesy of Caitlin Walker. Perry in the corner. Over the top pass to Jaylee Bohach. Gets stuck under the hoop. Has to dish out. And now Madison Carrizales is going to be called for the foul, picking up her 4th. 13th foul in the quarter for the Lions.
Fouls on number 11 for Morrill. That's Madison Carrizales, her 4th. Into the game for the Lady Lions.
Cheyenne Spoor will take her place in the middle of this 2-3 zone. Inside Bohach. Bohach lays it off the glass for an easy 2. Look for the Longhorns to attack that with Carrizales out of this contest. 28-27, Morrill still leads. 45 seconds on the clock. Dykes, 3 on the way. Can't knock it down, misses everything. Goes out of play. So Morrill will get one more chance of this one in this quarter, but for now it's Kimball's turn with the ball with 39 seconds remaining. Into the corner, Perry has it. Perry surveys the hoop, fires the 3. It's a knuckler off the back of the cup, won't go. Rebounded by Moore on a bounce. Moore to Perry. Perry over the top trying to find Bohach. Poked away, out of play. Last touched by Bohach.
Out of bounds, Lady Longhorns ball under the basket.
"19 seconds on the shot clock, 23 on the game clock. Bohach to the top, Perry. Right side, Hattel, back to Moore. Moore surveys. Hattel has it, takes a dribble. Now it's going to be a jump ball going to the Morrill side of the floor with 13 seconds remaining.
Jump ball, Lady Lions ball.
Tabor will check into the contest for Kimball, takes the place of Hattel. 13 seconds on the game clock for Morrill at the end of this 3rd quarter. Also in the bonus, just maybe looking for something that causes contact. Walker at the free throw line. There it is. No, it's going to be a travel. So Kimball will get it back with 7 seconds. 28-27. Morrill leads by 1. 7 seconds. Moore across the timeline. Right side pass, Perry. Intercepted, Claire Edwards. Edwards, 2 seconds on the clock. Has to just fling it up. Going to come up short. And we head to the fourth quarter. 28-27. It's a nail biter as we head to the fourth quarter with the Morrill Lions leading it by 1 over the Kimball Longhorns.
Western Trails Conference Basketball Tournament on KNEB.TV is brought to you by Legacy Co-op, Western Nebraska Regional Airport, Midwest Auto Used Parts, and by Team Auto Center.
Services to other companies. Allo's next-gen firewalls have allowed us to tie 6 physical locations together along with numerous remote employees to produce and collaborate and generate content for our local radio group. It is very important for Nebraska Rural Radio Association to have the best in internet and phone service. We rely upon that every single day. Allo provided me with a solution that fit our needs. They have a quality product, great technical support, and a local presence in their community.
Trey Harmon back with you for the conclusion of this Western Trails Conference girls semifinal. Morrill leading it by 1 over the Kimball Longhorns as we enter the fourth quarter. Kimball will have it out of the quarter break. Perry will trigger it in. Grace Moore standing in front of her. Pressure from Brooklyn Brown waiting. Back to Perry. Moore, left side, Tabor. Tabor takes a couple of dribbles. Jumper at the free throw line. Can't convert. Rebounded by Michaela Dykes. And another jump ball. That one's going to take us down to the Morrill side of the floor.
Jump ball. Lady Lions ball.
Full court pressure on the way from the Kimball Longhorns. Brooklyn Brown has it off the inbounds pass from Caitlin Walker. Back to Walker. Walker over the top. Brown able to save it from going out of play. And now it's going to be a timeout by Morrill head coach Alicia Hawkins. Just a 30-second timeout. We'll be back right after this.
Coverage of the 2025 Western Trails Conference Basketball Tournament on KNEB.TV is brought to you by Reds, Lessard Insurance, Dustin White Irrigation, and by B&C Steel.
Back with you after the 30-second timeout by the Morrill Lions. Morrill leading it 28-27 over the Kimball Longhorns. Morrill 2 timeouts remaining in the contest. Brown will bring it. Pressure in her face across the timeline. Flips it back to Dykes. Dykes just past the timeline. Will bring it down to the left wing. Back to the top, Brown. Brown surveys back to Dykes. Dykes looks down low. Spoor on this side. Edwards on the right side, bounce pass down to Walker. Spoor has to go off of her fingertips. Brown cleans it up. Brown will fling up a 3. Can't knock it down. Ball batted around. Perry going to come away with the rebound. So Kimball will have it after the confusion, right side. Perry flings up a jumper, can't get it to go. Bohach comes down with it, and Faith Bohach adds to her total and gives the Longhorns the lead, 29-28. Brown across the timeline, down to the right wing. Pumps the brakes, feeds Dykes. Dykes, left side, Walker, and now foul going to be called on Jaylee Bohach, it appears. Morrill may have escaped a double dribble. They're going to call that on Grace Moore, picking up her third, first foul of the fourth quarter on both sides. Madison Carrizales will trigger it in. Gets it to Brooklyn Brown. Brown left side, Carrizales, catch and release 3. Can't knock it down, rebounded by Jaylee Bohach in the middle of the lane. Perry will bring it into the front court. Right side, Tabor. Tabor back to the top, Perry. Perry feeds Bohach. Bohach to the left, into the hands Moore. Moore catch and release 3. Knocks it down to give Kimball a 4-point advantage. Grace Moore's first points of the contest. Make it a 4-point game. And now a double dribble going to be called as Brooklyn Brown had it get stuck to her hip. Solis checks into the contest for Kimball. She will take the place of Perry. Moore left side, Tabor. Tabor dribbles towards the baseline. Back to Bohach on the left elbow. Bohach digging through. Can't get it to go. Gets her own rebound. Batted away. Still loose on the floor. Bohach going to dive on top of it. Hand it off to Solis in a timeout by head coach Jacqueline Burks. We will take one with him. We're back right after this with Kimball leading by 4 over Morrill.
Western Trails Conference Basketball Tournament on KNEB.TV is brought to you by Legacy Co-op, Western Nebraska Regional Airport, Midwest Auto Used Parts, and by Team Auto Center.
Back with you after the Kimball timeout. 32-28 the score. A three-pointer from Grace Moore extended this Kimball lead to this 4-point mark. Timeout called by Kimball head coach Jacqueline Burks. Kimball will have it out of the timeout as well. Grace Moore will trigger it in. Kimball going with a box look. Moore surveys. Gets it into Faith Bohach. Bohach on the baseline, back to the top. Moore, catch and release 3. And it's going to be a travel on Moore before she can get it off. Walker will get it to Brown. 5:41 remaining in the contest. Edwards kicks out to Carrizales. Now Walker to Brown. Brown, catch and release 3. Can't knock it down. Edwards comes away with a rebound for the Lions, however. Edwards trying to throw up a shot. Gets it to Walker. Walker can't convert. Batted away. Tabor coming away with the rebound. And Tabor's going to step on the line. Morrill will have it underneath their hoop. Morrill needs someone to trigger it in, and Carrizales will do the duties. Surveys, looking, gets it into Walker. Walker, it's going to be a jump ball. It's going to go to the Kimball side of the floor. Addie Olson back into the contest, takes the place of Tabor. Moore looks right, finds Olson. Olson from the right wing. Back cross court to Moore. Down low to Solis. Solis driving baseline, just flings up a shot. Bohach gets it in her hands. And there's going to be a foul called. Looks like Caitlin Walker coming. Going to pick up her third. No, this is going to be Claire Edwards picking it up. That's her second. First of the quarter for the Lions. Jaylee Bohach to the line. The freshman can't knock down the first. Josephine Perry back into the contest, takes the place of Solis. Bohach will toe the line once more. Bohach, the freshman, second, won't go. Another on the way. Bohach can't convert. Caitlin Walker, far side, will pump the brakes. 2 defenders waiting to trap her. Able to maintain her balance and goes in and out of play. Morrill turns it over again. 32-28. Kimball leads with about 5 minutes to go in this. Moore across the timeline. Right side, Perry. Perry to Bohach at the free throw line. Kick back out. Moore in the corner. Olson. Olson head fake right now. Goes left on the baseline. Jumper won't fall. Rebounded by Claire Edwards. Addie Olson trying to get to her feet. She will get to her feet. Carrizales has it. And a timeout to get Addie Olson off the floor. Addie Olson heads to the bench and Solis into the contest. Near side, Claire Edwards. Back to Brown. Back to Edwards. Bounce pass down low, Spohr. And it's going to be a foul down low as Spohr caught it. Going to go against Perry, it appears. And that will be the case. Josephine Perry picks up her third, second of the quarter for the Longhorns. Bounce pass into Walker. Walker fadeaway jumper. Won't fall. She's coming to the line. See if they're calling this on the shot or if they're calling this on Carrizales hitting the deck. They're going to call it on Carrizales going to the floor. So Morrill will have it under their hoop, and Jaylee Bohach will pick up her third foul. Edwards surveys. Right side, Spohr. Spohr leaves it short on the glass, gets her own rebound, kicks it out to Carrizales. Carrizales jumper, swirls out of the iron. Faith Bohach rips down the rebound. Kimball back to offense, leading by 4. 4:10 to play. Right side, Perry. Perry down to the right baseline, picks up her dribble, feeds Bohach. Bohach able to corral it, and a foul going to be called on Brooklyn Brown. That's her third, Morrill's second. Michaela Dykes replaces Cheyenne Spohr. Clarissa Hottel into the contest replaces Solis. Madison Carrizales trying to steal a possession, jumped in to inbound that ball. Now Kimball will take their place. Perry will now trigger it in. Surveys, feeds back to Hottel. Poked away by Brown. Brown getting held on to. And Hottel escapes a foul. Bohach beyond the arc and a travel on Bohach. So Morrill gets it back. 3:54 to go in this fourth. 32-28. Brown fired up as she enters the front court. Crowd starting to get fired up. Dykes bounce pass to Walker at the free throw line. Walker going to be fouled as she goes up. She's coming to the line. See who the guilty party is. That'll be Jaylee Bohach's fourth. Josephine Perry heading to the bench thinking that she just fouled out of this contest. So fourth foul for the Longhorns. Walker to the line, fires her first, knocks it down. Her first point of the fourth quarter. Addie Olson will check back into the contest. Josephine Perry to the bench. 32-29. Second freebie on the way for Walker, converts. 32-30, 3:43 to go in this fourth. Left side, Hottel has it. Bounce pass to Bohach, kicks back out to Moore. Moore, left side, Hottel. Hottel back to Moore. Moore, college three, can't knock it down. Batted around, rebounded by Claire Edwards. Loses the ball, scooped up by Carrizales, who feeds back to Walker. Walker, cross midcourt, pumps the brakes. Now, pumps the brakes again, feeds out to Brown. Brown feeds to Carrizales. Carrizales mid-range jumper, can't convert, and Addie Olson has it fall into her lap on the defensive rebound. 32-30, 3 minutes to go in the fourth. Left side, Moore. Moore surveying. Cross-court pass to Olson. Olson, catch and release three, can't knock it down. Brooklyn Brown comes away with the defensive rebound. Claire Edwards. Back to Brown. Brown in the corner, pumps the brakes. Back to Edwards. Edwards, left side, Dykes. Dykes will fire a three, can't knock it down, rebounded by Faith Bohach on the defensive board. Grace Moore for Kimball has it. Left side, Hottel. Make that right side, Hottel now stolen away, Brooklyn Brown, and a foul going against Faith Bohach. Picking up her second, and that's bonus for the Lions. Brooklyn Brown going 2 for 2 here would tie this contest up. Cheyenne Spoor will check in after the first free throw for the Lions. Brown's first freebie leaves it short. Jaylee Bohach and Tabor back into the contest alongside Huttel. Cheyenne Spoor in there replaces Michaela Dykes. Brown second, leaves it short, rebounded by Jaylee Bohach. Bohach, right side pass, Moore. Moore, cross-court pass to Olsen. Olsen to the free throw line. Going to be fouled by Madison Carrizales. She's out of this contest. That's her fifth with 2:16 to play. Check that. They're going to call that on Brooklyn Brown as she picks up her fourth. So Addie Olsen to the line, knocks down the first.
That was number 15 for Morrill. Brooklyn Brown on her fourth. Addie Olsen at the line for Kimball.
33-30, now the advantage for the Longhorns. 2:16 to play in the fourth. Addie Olsen second, knocks it down. Brooklyn Brown has it. 4-point advantage for the Longhorns. Morrill trying to chip away. Claire Edwards, bounce pass to Walker. Walker at the free throw line, just trying to dig in. And a jump ball going to be called, going to stay with the Lions. And a timeout by head coach Alicia Hawkins will take one with him. Kimball leading at 34-30 in this girls' semifinal.
Coverage of the 2025 Western Trails Conference Basketball Tournament on KNEB.TV is brought to you by Reds, Lessard Insurance, Dustin White Irrigation, and by B&C Steel.
Back with you for the conclusion of this girls' semifinal. Kimball trying to hang on and punch their ticket to take on the Bridgeport Bulldogs tomorrow in the girls' championship game. Leading it by 4, Morrill Lions called the timeout. They have 1 remaining. Madison Carrizales will trigger it in underneath their own hoop. 3 stacked in front of her, Brown to her right. Carrizales gets it into Walker. Walker converts at the hoop. Walker makes it a 2-point game from point-blank range. Left side, Tabor. Kimball back on offense. Bohach, free throw line. Digging in, kicks out Olsen. Olsen, 3 on the way, can't knock it down. Bohach gets the rebound, knocked out of her hands, and a foul on Claire Edwards. That's Claire Edwards' third. 4th team foul.
Claire Edwards for the ladies' Lions. That's her third. Headed to the line for Kimball, number 15.
Bohach, free throw line jumper. Can't knock it down. Brooklyn Brown comes in for the rebound. And now it's going to be knocked out of Brooklyn Brown's hand. She's going to feed it back to Walker. Walker across the timeline. Walker pumps the brakes. Left side jumper. Misses it to the left. Carrizales comes in. Gets it and knocks it down. Madison Carrizales knots us back up. 34 apiece here in the 4th quarter on her putback. Left side, Moore. Moore, Bohach, back to Moore. College 3 on the way. Can't knock it down. Ball batted around, rebounded by Bohach. And coming to the line and shooting 2 is Jaylee Bohach. See who it is for Morrill. That's going to be Claire Edwards' 4th. Morrill currently playing with 3 players with 4 fouls. We're in the bonus now. On both sides, Bohach is first, straight through. Bohach back to the charity stripe, her second, straight through, back to a 2-point lead for Kimball. Brown back to Walker, who will do the duties across the timeline. Walker, defenders collapsing on her, is going to be fouled and coming to the line and shooting two. And what feels like it's going to be a free throw battle down the stretch. That'll be Faith Bohach picking up her third.
Number 21, Faith Bohach, her third.
Caitlin Walker to the line. The junior fires with the right hand, can't convert. Michaela Dykes will check in alongside Tabor for Kimball. Madison Carrizal is out. 1 minute to play. Walker back to the line, her second, knocks it through. Walker, 5 points in this fourth quarter for the Lions. Moore down the near side and a timeout by head coach Jacqueline Burks. It's a full timeout, we'll take it with him. Morrill and Kimball going down to the wire here in this WTC semifinal.
25 Western Trails Conference Basketball Tournament on KNEB.TV is brought to you by Morrill County Community Hospital, A. Elliott Law, Papa Murphy's, and by Wesco.
Train Harmon back with you for the finale in this one. Kimball leading by one, trying to hang on, continue to play upset. Knocked off Baird yesterday on the road, trying to knock off the number 3 Morrill Lions, and they have it out of the timeout. Jaylee Bohach has it, gets through defenders, kicks back out to Moore, left side. Tabor going to have it knocked out of her hands, going to stay with Kimball. .46 seconds remaining. Perry into the contest. Tabor to the bench for Kimball. Perry to Bohach. Bohach in the corner, back to the top. Almost overshooting Perry. Perry just lofts up a jumper, and she's going to come to the line for two as Brooklyn Brown just fouled out of this contest. So Brooklyn Brown fouls out with 40 seconds remaining.
To the line for Kimball, Joey Perry.
Madison Carrizales will check into the contest and take the place of Brooklyn Brown for these last 40 seconds. Perry, the junior, at the line, 38% free throw shooter on the season. Swirls the ball, fires the freebie, knocks it down. Perry's first point since the second quarter, up to 3 now. Perry, her second on the way, fires with the right hand, knocks down both. 40 seconds remaining, 3-point lead for Kimball. Caitlin Walker trying to go the distance of the floor. Walker down the right side, is going to be a block, and she's going to come to the line for two. Faith Bohach picking up her fourth.
Fouls at number 21 for Kimball, Faith Bohach. That's her fourth.
Caitlin Walker back at the line. Fires her first, knocks it down. Walker, 4 free throws converted in this fourth quarter, as well as a field goal up to 6 in the fourth. Walker back to the line, 33 seconds remaining. Can't convert the second. Ball batted around, going to land in the hands of Addie Olson. Trying to poke it away is Caitlin Walker. She will foul. That'll force Olson to the line on the opposite end in a 2-point game. Caitlin Walker picks up her third. And Addie Olson on the opposite end. Addie Olson working her way back from injury, 2 for 4 on the season. From the charity stripe, knocks down the first. Another make for Olson could ice this. Addie Olson back to the line for her second. Knocks it down. That could do it for the Kimball Longhorns. 40-36, 25 seconds remaining. Caitlin Walker down the right side at a timeout called by head coach Alicia Hopkins. It'll be her final. We'll take it with them. Final seconds coming your way next.
Western Trails Conference Basketball Tournament on KNEB.TV is brought to you by WNCC, Brindle's Restaurant, Travis Hawk Shelter Insurance, Bunkhouse Trailer Sales, and by Allo.
Trey Harmon's back with you for the final seconds of this fourth quarter. Kimball Longhorns trying to hang on, punch their ticket to a Western Trails Conference championship game, while the Morrill Lions trying to claw their way back in the last 20 or so seconds of this one. Kimball leads by 4, 40-36. Morrill won this game in the first meeting of the season back on the 14th of December, 44-20. Much closer contest the second time around, 18-17 at the half in favor of the Longhorns. Coming down to the wire, Walker will trigger it in for Morrill. They'll stack it in front of her. Walker gets it into Edwards. Edwards with 23 seconds on the clock feeds Dykes. Dykes to Carrizales. Carrizales takes a dribble towards the baseline, back to Dykes. Dykes to Edwards. Edwards to Walker. Walker surveys, almost lost it, back to Edwards. Edwards will heave a college three, knocks it down! 1 point advantage for the for the Kimball Longhorns, and now a foul with 2.5 seconds left. We'll send Kimball back to the line. Claire Edwards nearly playing the hero, and that three from well beyond the college arc. Now she fouls out of this contest with 2 seconds remaining. Grace Moore toes the line, 55% shooter on the season. Caitlin Britton will check into the contest. Kimball vacates the free throw lane. 40-39 as Edwards heads to the bench. Moore needs to knock both of these down to be comfortable, and she can't convert the first. 2.7 seconds remaining for the Longhorns and the Lions. Morrill just cut the lead to 1 on a Claire Edwards three. Second on the way for Moore. Converts. Walker looking for someone to get it into. Gets it to Dykes. Back to Walker. Throws it up the floor. Won't get it to go. Comes up short. And the Kimball Longhorns continue to play upset. They knock off the number 3 or the number 2 seed Morrill Lions to advance to the Western Trails Conference tournament against the Bridgeport Bulldogs tomorrow. While the Morrill Lions will face off with the Gordon Rushville Mustangs for third place. Once again, your final, 41-39. Kimball wins it over the Morrill Lions. We're back after this on KNEB TV.
25 Western Trails Conference Basketball Tournament on KNEB.TV is brought to you by Legacy Co-op, Western Nebraska Regional Airport, Midwest Auto Used Parts, and by Team Auto Center. Coverage of the 2025 Western Trails Conference Basketball Tournament on KNEB.TV is brought to you by Reds, Lessard Insurance, Dustin White Irrigation, and by B&C Steel. Coverage of the 2025 Western Trails Conference Basketball Tournament on KNEB.TV is brought to you by Morrill County Community Hospital, A. Elliott Law, Papa Murphy's, and by Wesco.
Trey Harmer back with you to wrap things up after our second girls semifinal wraps up. Kimball wins it as the number 6 seed, 41-39. Let's look at the post-game numbers. Addie Olson puts up 15, Jaylee Bohach 15, 4 apiece for the trifecta of Faith Bohach, Josephine Perry, and Grace Moore as they advance to take on the Bridgeport Bulldogs at 5 o'clock tomorrow night in the Girls WTC Championship. Meanwhile, the Morrill Lions fall. They got 22 points from Caitlin Walker, 7 from Madison Carrizales, 5 from Claire Edwards, 3 from Michaela Dykes, and 2 from Brooklyn Brown as they fall and will take on Gordon Rushville in the third place game tomorrow at 2 p.m. right here at Western Nebraska Community College. For now, we say goodbye to this one. Congratulations, Kimball Longhorns, as they advance to the Western Trails Conference Tournament Championship. Now it's time to see who is going to punch their ticket to the boys' championship games as Mitchell and Kimball. Up next, the 1 seed versus the 5 seed here on KNEB TV.
Coverage of the 2025 Western Trails Conference Basketball Tournament on KNEB.TV is brought to you by WNCC, Brindle's Restaurant, Travis Hawk Shelter Insurance, Bunkhouse Trailer Sales, and by Allo.